Hi, I'm Mr. Ollie the Shedwally, and this is my shed.
Mr. Ollie the Shedwally.
Right, today we're going to be making a box similar to this with box joints, bits on it, on the jig that I've done on the router table. So what we're going to do is first of all start off with cutting some wood, bit of scrap wood here, and we're going to face it all up and do that. So first of all we're going to go over to the table saw, so let's go over there now. Right, so here we are at the table saw. As you can see, I've done a detailed plan of my box. So I'll make it up as we go along. I need a bunch of bits that are 70mm wide. So what we're going to do is put the vernier to 70 and put the gate across here to roughly, well, we'll try to get it on 70mm. There we go, 70mm. Now we'll run the wood through and cut it. Okay then, cutting the wood, remember, safety first with the goggles. Right, we're going to push this straight through. I'll get the power on. Okay, so we cut the walls, we cut them all down to a width. So now we're going to chuck them through the saw again and chuck them to length on the length cutter jig thing. I'll show you what that is. Here we go. Right, we're going to set up the table saw sled to cut everything the same, and we're going to do that at 140mm. So we put the ruler on there, get the lump of wood, bring it up to there, you can see the stock, and clamp that on there. Now that will ensure every cut is the same. So there's our 4 pieces, all exactly the same to make the sides of box. Next bit is just to clean up all the wood to make it nice and clean and flat before we make the joints. The way we're going to do that is with the belt sander and just a lump of wood on here as a backstop. It won't take very long to do each one, so we'll just whiz them on now. So here we go. There you go, both sides just about cleaned up, so I'll just do the other ones and see you in a second. We're over here at the router table. We're going to be cutting the joints at the ends of the board, so we need to set up the router. Now the width of the wood is about that, about 10mm. So we've transferred that over onto our gauge, trend gauge, very good, and we're going to transfer that over on the sled. So it's going to do that. Okay, we're here at the sled. We're going to raise the bit up. Nearly there. Now we want to make it just a little bit more. There we go. That'll do it. Now, there's my peg, as you've seen other jigs before, and that's where we're going to start. So I'm going to show you how this jig works. Here we go. So there we are, we've done one side, we're going to do another piece like this, copy this, and then do the other side. So I'll just quickly do those, and then we'll come back. Right, we've cut those two pieces, they're the end pieces of the box, so they're identical. So we just need to cut the other ends. Now if we cut them the same, obviously they're not going to marry up. So we need to just offset that slightly, and this is how we do it. So if you come down to the router, we'll show you how to do that. Get the peg, the spacer peg, put our piece on there, our new piece of wood, we butt it up against it so we're spaced, take that piece off and then clamp it and we can carry on. So here we go. There we should find that they marry up. So what we're going to do is do that again on each side and complete the box. So we're going to dry fit these. These two pieces obviously go in. So give it a bit of a wiggle. Should fit nicely. Get the next piece. Wiggle. And the next piece. And wiggle them in. So there we are. Don't go mad in knocking them straight together because they might be a bit hard to get out. But basically we know it fits. So there we are. Don't go mad in knocking them straight together because they might be a bit hard to get out. But basically we know it fits. So there, the walls of the box made. So we need to sort out the base. Right, what we're going to do is make the base. We're basically going to get the box bottom, stick those on like that, but we're going to router out along the edges here. Now I've set the router up to the right bits and bobs, so we're going to run that through and then see if it fits. So let's see how we go. Right, as you can see, we've taken off around the edges of each piece, and these should theoretically drop into the base of the box. Now we might have to adjust that slightly when we put it together, but we're going to glue the base of the box up now and then see what happens. Okay. Right, what I've done is sanded each side, especially the inside of the box, because that will be difficult to do later. Now we're going to stick it together, clamp it, measure it, and see if the base will work. So pop down. We've got this is my square block, which I use for putting frames and so on together. It just gets me a nice square piece. So we're going to put some glue on. Bit of no more nails. Right, bit of glue just on the insides, as you can see, where it's going to press on to the wood. With your finger, just ooze it out a little bit. Check that's where it's going to go. Yeah. Get it together and push it together. A little bit of glue. Don't need too much on this one. I know I'm an avid gluer, but I'm going to do each end at the same time. Okay, we'll just test if our bottom pieces actually fit in, and they actually don't. Do you see that? As you can see, it's slightly off by about 3 mil. So we're going to have to take off another little bit on the router table. So we're just going to pop over there and whiz them off. Okay, we've just taken a little bit off, about 3 mil approximately, and let's just try the fit on the box. So we've got the piece without the routed side on going in, and yep, that fits. And the next piece, yeah, that fits. So we can now glue those on. Don't worry about the edges being slightly not bang on. We can always sand those down. So a little bit of glue now. Smooth it out. Need a little bit in the middle. There we go. Nice tight professional fit, don't you know? On the top like that. Get rid of your excess glue. Use a bit of a rag. Now we're just going to clamp this and go for a cup of tea. Best place to do it is on the corners. Oops. So you can see the glue coming out. And last one. So there you go. So there's your box all clamped up. Just get your rag and get rid of any excess glue that might be kicking around. We'll let that dry and come back and finish him off. So we'll see you in a little bit. Ta-da! Right, so this is the end of part 1 of the box making little thing. Nice little fun project. What we're going to do in part 2 is add some inlay, a little bit of routing techniques and so on, and finishing it off and showing how to do all of that. So it's a nice little project to possibly make for one's girlfriend, to make her happy because you've been in the shed far too long. And I can hear my tea is just about ready. So from Mr. Ollie the Shed Wally, take care and happy shedding.
Mr. Ollie the Shed Wally.